I don't know if it wasn't loud because I turned my headphones down, or if it was still loud. But I don't know.
A little bit.
It was intense.
A little bit.
It's fine.
I don't know how to turn. You think I mean, after 5 seasons of this, you think I know how to work the volume?
Nope.
Welcome into the Chop and Beef Show, season number 5, episode number 2. No rhyme or reason to when seasons begin and end. It's just really for me to remember how many episodes we're on. So I think this is episode number 147 or something like that. But after a couple weeks vacation, the normal threesome is here. We added our special guest. You know, when I started this podcast, I always said I wanted to get guests on the show. Little did I know it would be some little 5'0" 100 dude from Texas, Notre Dame fan of all things.
All day.
That's the one quality.
Every time.
And he's got to do his
Terrible.
pre-show.
It's like a
his
thing.
show. And if you are a listener and follower of 5'0", 100 podcast, you know that before every big game, Notre Dame game, our boy Palk does a car bomb.
You made me wear orange, but I'm not getting away from who I am.
You didn't have to wear orange tonight.
No, I did.
I mean, it's the first time someone listened to something I said in the text. Sorry, guys. Let's go ahead and give me some due.
What's up, fellas? JJ, how you doing, bud? How's Tampa?
We're here. Nothing's changed. We're getting a little chilly. It's going to be, I think, 60s tomorrow. You know.
Event staff hat tonight? Did you?
Yeah, because we're actually doing a show. This is an event.
I didn't know if maybe you actually earned that or you bought that or stole it. I mean,
Of course I stole it. Or bought it.
My guy. Oh, okay.
Of course.
Locks, how you doing down there in the booming metropolis of Pooler?
Good, man. Feeling good. Healthy here. You know, just saying. Just throwing it out there. No COVID for this guy. Not bragging. You know, just saying. Go ahead. Who's next?
Palk. Palk, welcome. Thanks for coming
That's a
on
great
joining
hat.
us. We love having you. So
I'm trying to be invited to a Clemson game. I got my orange shirt on. I got a
you
tiger.
have to wear the hat though.
I got it. It's not as much a hat as it is a costume from a cat.
You know, you see our little banner up there.
Kitty on the put. Never mind.
It's for me. It's above JJ, and there's 4 of us. And our boy Rai, who helps us out and he contributes occasionally, hasn't in a full season, if you could imagine that. But he's one of the 4th on there on that little stupid thing that he put together. But anyway, long-windedly, he wears a tiger on his head for big Clemson games like that.
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of.
See, I'm bringing the spirit of the show together. No, I'm good.
The spirit of the Rai.
I got my future blue teamer out in the living room.
Yeah.
He was dropping buckets earlier tonight. We're good. I'm ready for baseball season though.
Well, you're in luck because next week,
Yeah.
baseball preview. Baseball preview.
Can't wait.
Kind of done like nobody else does it. So next week it's on the agenda.
Well, wait a minute, Beef. What's going on with you? You gave us the round table.
That's the agenda. It's on it. It's on the agenda.
Well, how you doing?
There is that dreaded dragon has found the Cregan family, and it is running through the house, and we do have some COVID positive folks in my home. I don't happen to be one of them yet. I don't think I'm naive or ignorant to think that I'm not going to get it.
Right.
But I don't have it yet. And when my wife tested positive, I was out of town. So I was like, that means I'm good. But I did test yesterday when I got home. And
now, none of you 3 have ever got it, right?
Correct.
Palk's got it right now.
Palk has it right now.
I learned this not so great fact. So literally,
you have it?
I have. I'm positive right now.
Oh, okay.
I've never had it.
According to Walgreens. Walgreens told me I'm positive.
Walgreens is the best source.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, I felt like shit last Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
I felt a little better Wednesday. I was good Thursday, and I've been since. Well, my wife was down and out for 3 days. Went and got her an at-home test. She was positive. So I was like, well, shit, I better get my own test.
Mm-hmm.
And I came out positive. And I was like, well, let's wait a week, which we pretty much did. We went this morning to Walgreens and it came back already as positive. But I learned, this is the fact, if once you get COVID, it is very likely you will test positive despite having zero symptoms for the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Could be a long time. I've heard
I was like,
months even. Jeff, your first time you went for a while testing positive.
Who,
right?
me?
Yeah.
No, I tested positive longer the second time.
Really?
I was 3 weeks of testing positive, and last time was 2 weeks. The first time was 2 weeks.
Okay.
And that's with no symptoms, right?
I mean, I don't think
it's all these variants, man.
Yeah. I don't know if it's so transferable, even though you're testing positive after the 10 days, is what I've heard. I mean, I'm trying to learn this on the fly. I'm trying to learn this on the fly for
so
my
we're
workers.
scientists.
Hey,
so
pal.
we're doctors.
You know what I think?
Yeah.
Why these two haven't got it? We have not drank nearly as much as these two guys have in their lives.
I mean, that's a true story.
We gotta catch up.
I'm not denying anything. You know?
They're pretty much formaldehyde underneath the skin.
I mean, Pat's a bartender. I mean, Jeff, you have a bar in your house. What are you two talking about?
That's for guests. That's for guests. I
Hey,
entertain.
I was home today because of the COVID, so I'm trying to catch up. I'm I don't know, 5 green cans. I've had some
good for
shivers.
the immunity. Yeah, that's fantastic.
You got the Jameson ready. I mean, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah, only professionals have the bottles literally right
Within
here. They can just grab it. Like I have water and a Post-it note.
Water.
Got Jameson. JJ's got his bourbon.
Buffalo Trace.
So strong.
Cheers. I was joking with my dad. I was telling the boys before the show too. I called my dad earlier and told him that everything what we have here. It's almost like you have to tell people that you have it or it's in your house, right? Like, right. I don't want to tell people
because you don't want people to get near you.
Yeah, that's true.
He's on an island though. It's hard to get near him. You got to take a freaking
that's
boat.
exactly what Grandma.
He's in the perfect place the zombie apocalypse happens.
You're damn right. They're coming to us first.
Win over bitches.
The water. But I said, it's something about the Cregan boys not being able to get this thing. Maybe it was all the soap we ate as kids. Every time I said something, Marty chimes in. Felt like shit. Probably had nothing to do with the 19 beers the night before. Hey, he brings up good points, but that's details, Marty. Details.
All the details.
Yeah, that's called,
if you're not listening to Sluggo, that Marty's the chief host on, listen to Sluggo Wednesday nights every once in a while. I like this show.
I just wonder who the 19 beers is directed at.
Yes, it is.
Yes, Locks is always looking hot tonight.
Penny Parker says
the boss
Locks
chimes
is
in.
looking pretty hot
the
tonight.
boss chiming into you? Holy smokes.
You need to go? Do you need to go?
And there was no yelling?
Carry on.
Is she doing that TikTok thing where they show up naked in front of you and they say,
No.
okay, it's either the show or not?
Absolutely not.
Is that a thing?
Oh, the kids are awake. Yeah.
I'm following the wrong people on TikTok.
Yes, you are.
So, like I said earlier, Palk, host of 5 Foot Nothing, 100 Nothing. Give us a little bit about your podcast, when you're coming on next, what's going on with it to the 4 people that already know you that listening right now,
So
and the millions that listen after we put it together.
It's pretty much all Notre Dame until there isn't enough Notre Dame stuff to talk about.
We just lost the last 2 listeners.
Yeah, during this. Thank you, Kevron. Thank you,
Kevron Harrison,
Kevron checking
loyal Chop and Beef Show listener. We appreciate you, pal.
No, it's a fan's perspective of Notre Dame football. I get excited. I'm very entrenched in the program from a fan perspective. That's key. That's not. I don't have insiders. I don't have any of that. I'm not connected to the university from that angle. It's just me being a fan. But I haven't done a show since the Fiesta Bowl, which, for obvious reasons, that sucked. But once you get to the off season, I probably do a show once a month, and really that's just a matter of collecting enough information to do a show, because it doesn't matter what the topic is. I will talk for an hour, and it's important that I have enough to cover the hour.
Notre Dame hockey's good. You can start getting into that. Baseball's around the corner.
Any other sport?
Wait, hold on, you're skipping over the basketball team.
Yeah,
they just won
because it's not that good this year.
Are they good or no?
I can't figure the team out.
I don't know.
They were losing at the half to, was it Howard or Wright State or some whatever.
Copyright state.
They've also beat Kentucky, North Carolina, and they're on a 6-game win streak in the ACC. So
you don't really follow them.
No, I do, but
Yeah.
yeah.
The
Lacrosse might
ACC
be their
is the
best sport.
complete colossal dive conference now.
Now it is, yeah.
Well, yeah, now that Chris Mack is out at Louisville, there goes the whole conference.
It's funny though because they're not really. It's just other teams. It's like what happened with football. When Clemson rises and Florida State drops, it's like, oh, the conference sucks. Basketball with North Carolina being down this year, it's the conference sucks. Wake Forest is like 18-2. I mean, there's some decent teams in this league. Yes, it's down perennially from where it usually is, but they're not like it's just that narrative that always seems to pop up when the great teams aren't great right now. And
Well,
Duke struggles a
still
little
good.
bit. They are.
Duke is still good.
Clemson should have beat them the other night, but
Hey, who's the
Clemson's
number
terrible.
one team right now?
I have no idea. Auburn?
That's
Yeah.
okay. That
They're very
shocked
good,
the hell
too.
out of me.
They have never been number one.
Bruce
Well, that's
Pearlman.
come this weekend. Is that SEC Big Ten little cross?
Yeah,
the
crossovers.
ACC, or SEC Big 12,
Mhm.
and arguably those are the two best basketball conferences this year. I think so. I haven't really dove in too deep yet on college basketball. I usually start right around St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, what happens then?
Yeah, well, Nothing to get
That's
the
where I
drunk
really
on like
dive
college
deep.
basketball.
Dive deep into that.
Solid.
Well,
If you're listening to, go ahead.
I had no idea Auburn was number one until
Yeah.
I went to look to see because Notre Dame won earlier today, I think it was, or last night, whatever it was. But I went to look and I was like, holy shit, Auburn's number one? When did that happen?
Yeah, they've been
Yeah.
good too.
Pearl.
Bruce
Pearl, man.
right? Yeah.
Guy knows how to coach.
He was at
Which is-
Tennessee and then got sanctions and
Well,
suspended.
he was at Kansas State.
Yeah.
Then he went to Tennessee.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He had Michael Beasley at Kansas State.
Oh wow, I didn't realize
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy can recruit. There's no question about it. And there may be some things that he may or may not do wrong, but
Allegedly.
Auburn, they do all
Details.
kinds of shit wrong with
Okay.
their collegiate athletes.
I
But
feel like
Got
Scandal.
Chisnick a national title.
yeah, well, Bruce,
And he's fired 1 year later.
Auburn does their own thing, but you look at Bruce Pearl and you just look at him and go, he looks like he's going to do some shit.
Yeah.
Like
he
just
looks like fun though. Like I
Oh
want
yeah,
party.
he looks like a good time. I
That's
mean,
what we need to do on this.
he's the
show.
coach I want a recruiting trip with. You know?
Who are the coaches in any sport that you want to party with?
Lane
Alive,
Kiffin.
alive.
Lane Kiffin.
Oh,
I
alive.
think that's consensus. Alive.
So you can't say Billy Martin.
You can.
No, okay.
Oh.
I can too. I was an '80s baby with Billy Martin.
Party with?
Daddy, why is he getting fired again?
Are we talking? Oh, we talking everything, or are we talking?
Everything you need a coach that you just want to party with.
Lane Kiffin.
Lebatard does the top 5. You know all this random stuff.
We got 4 of us, so we can go around. That's 4 coaches. I'll say Lane Kiffin.
Yeah.
I'm going Bruce Pearl. I mean, boring,
Yeah.
boring. We already talked about him.
Yeah.
I want to hang out with Bruce Pearl. I don't know about drinking beers with, but Dabo would be fun too.
Oh God, you'd be Bible study the whole day.
No, I don't think
I
so.
mean, I cuss too much. I couldn't be around him.
Jesus
Yeah, that's true.
Christ.
Uh,
Are you sure you need another one, boy? Don't you want to talk about
what-
Jesus?
how are we missing one of the most obvious ones? Mike fucking Leach.
yeah.
Ooh.
Dude.
That might be on top of Kiffin. Just
Yeah,
to
but
listen to him
there's
talk.
probably not a lot of drinks, but a lot of weed. You
Yeah.
know?
Something going
There's a
on.
lot of
We don't-
substance.
Yeah. There's a lot of attraction builder and conversation builders with Mike Leach. Holy crap.
Who was the Louisville coach that got fired? He looked like a good time.
Oh,
Chris Mack,
no. Starts with a P.
Bobby Petrino.
Petrino.
What could be
Hey,
wrong
Don't
with
ever
that?
go on a motorcycle, ride with him.
Hey, if you need a wingman, I think he's
Yeah.
the guy, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, hey, Urban Meyer has a bar. We can
Oh God, nah, not Herb.
Go.
No.
He's too angry.
Oh,
He'd be
boy.
kicking us literally out the bar.
just. Well, would you be the guy naked in the reflection smoking the ball, or would it be?
Yeah,
Jeez,
Okay.
yeah, sure I would.
What's the problem?
Yeah,
right?
like I can't imagine how many people haven't seen me naked already.
Mm-mm.
Speaking of problems, we got
Oh.
problems. We got problems in
Plenty.
Pooler, Georgia. the Chop and Beef Show's favorite under 13 YMCA basketball team, the Blue Team, the Pooler Blues, started the season a couple weeks ago, right, Box?
It's all blurring together, bro. Like, I don't. It's 4 games, 3, 4, 3, 4.
I had 2 on my text chain, but I mean, who am I? You know, I could imagine being the dad of the superstar on the team. You may be embarrassed by the performance so far. I am, which is probably why I didn't mention it previous.
Yeah.
At least Bluefield wins.
Yeah.
Golly.
We got a big goose egg in the win column so far. So
goose egg, you're outscored like 120.
Hey, now what was
I
There's
think
some improvement though.
Goose
They went from single digits to the mid-20s this last
They
week.
went from 11. They scored 11 in that first game.
right? I mean, what was it last week?
That's usually the
put some
past 2 games
points.
point total.
38 or something.
Now the week before they had to shut the scoreboard off.
The other team.
Back to I got it somewhere.
I need a scouting report. What's going on with our squad?
I mean, it's just I'm trying to find the score and I can't remember. They scored like 30 some points.
38 or something. I think.
38. But the other team,
Total.
remember I said I think we got a really good chance here, and it was like they had 3 3-pointers in the first 4 minutes. I was like, okay, we got problems. Like, up and down the court. It's crazy. And we got one really, really, really good kid. I swear to God, he probably scored like 24 of the 35 points last week. He's excellent. He's very good player. He's real long. I mean, like 2 steps from the free throw line, he's laying it in. He's really good player. He didn't show up 2 weeks ago. That's why we got just trounced. You know, the coaches are nice. They're not coaches though. They don't have a play.
We've had this conversation.
Well, we're going to get to you, JJ. You get your speech ready.
There's no plays at
I got
all.
nothing.
I'm
plays.
yelling from the sideline at my son, set a pick, like screaming at him. And then he finally does it. And then next thing you know, the kid's open and has an actual open shot. Other than that, it's just dribble down the court, stand around the 3-point line, wait for a steal, bad pass, or they rip one off the backboard, and here we go again. So,
This is just begging for a joke from our boy in Tampa, but
disappointing.
they at 14, no one wants to bang, you know.
That's right.
Well, my question is the Stars the one with the knee brace, right?
That's not true.
So is he in fact 14, or did you?
I think he really is 14. He's the same grade as my son. He knows him. He's actually a really cool kid, and he's really good. I bet his wingspan. I mean, for a 14-year-old, it's crazy the difference between the 12 and under, which is last year, which like one time a year, some kid would dribble and score at the wrong hoop. You know, it just happened. It's classic YMCA stuff. This year, it is like serious. There are some like middle school teams that come in and play in the YMCA just as practice. And they just are up for running plays, looking awesome. It's fun to watch, but it's just you wish the kids would get like a win.
Seeing a real team play would be awesome to watch.
It ain't looking good, no. But
when your team name is just the color of your jersey, like I really thought before I really got to know you, I thought that was like just the running joke, but no, it is
the running joke, sort of. I mean,
but
they don't have a team. It's just the West Channel YMCA, and they
call them
they're allowed to name their team, but like.
But yeah, it's
we
the color of
named
their
them
jersey.
Blues.
I saw the uniform. There's no team name. It's the color of their jersey.
They're just
the
blue.
Blues. Yeah. That's a great. You got a hockey team named after a Blue.
Yeah, the problem is you're playing basketball, JJ. You're not playing fucking hockey.
Okay. The Orlando Magic. That's any better?
It's
Jazz.
It's the emotions you feel after you leave the game.
The way that they're scoring.
If you need a kid to set a pick,
like
I got
hockey.
a 6-year-old that will.
I know
he will set a pick like a champ.
Mine will do it, but he won't do it unless he's told. You know, like and again, they don't have like run number 1, and they just it's not like that.
It's like a constant brain fart during the whole game.
This is all volunteers. This is all like it's disorganized. But like they screwed up on a bucket last week. I think I told you that too. They screwed the score up. I was just fuming. Of course it was us. We got 2 less points. Not gonna matter, but. Yeah.
I used to do that. I used to do the clock and the book for the
straight up.
CYO. Never.
Yeah, see, it's not that hard, is it?
Tournament? No, it's really probably one of the most simple things. At
Just watch.
14, 15, I did both the clock and the book.
So you notice how Casey was doing the Catholic Youth Organization scoreboard and probably cheating at that. That's good.
I didn't know how to cheat at that point. I was a
no. It's very easy to cheat in doing the score in basketball. Just don't change the possession arrow.
No, actually, I lied to you. You know what we would do on like blowouts? We had on this old school box that ran the clock. I mean, it was green. It was rusty back in 1994, but it had the minute clicker. It had the 10 seconds and the 1 second. So like at the blowouts, you just click the 10 seconds so that the clock went. But you had to make sure that the ball was on one side because the scoreboard was only on one side. So
somebody's going that way.
Was looking that way, and then you just take 10 seconds off. Yeah, I did get caught once by a coach that was losing, and he looked over, and I'm like, "Oh God!" And he's like, "Do it again."
That's awesome.
Couple bucks in for you. know?
I have seen the only smooth thing they do here. If it's an absolute blowout, whistle blows. The clock keeps on.
Clock still runs.
If it's a
called the mercy
clock
rule.
Stops every time the whistle. Clock stop.
That is the mercy rule. They still do that in high school lacrosse.
Yeah. So when you lose 60-11, they just run the clock.
Yeah, it runs.
Okay.
That last quarter in a 60-11 was it was a minimum of 5 passes for the other team before they shoot, and sometimes it was 10, and it was still like that could not end fast enough. It was awful, really bad.
But you get to go out afterwards and go on the golf course with your boy. Like he doesn't seem phased at all by the losing.
No.
Which is why I have to think, where's your fucking heart?
On the golf course.
Let me tell you what, after you're done, you get some fresh air, a little father-son moment. They're sharing blue cans.
Yeah. Someone's got to drive
the blue cans is the official sponsor of the blue team.
That's right.
At least one blue team member's dad.
If you want to drink off a loss, go to the blue cans with the blue team.
It's like a Saturday Night Live commercial. Yeah, I mean, he's unfortunately, my wife and I have the competitive spirit of, a gnat, and I think he's adapted to it nicely himself. I just, I don't care that much. I never really have. I've never been good enough to be competitive at anything. First thing I've won in years was the Sluggo podcast championship belt for picking games off less awful than other two people. That's it. Like I won a scratch off lottery ticket about a month ago. I don't even try to be competitive. So
well, you weren't as awful in the picking as Marty was with the betting.
That was a combo situation. Yeah. Overall record. There it is. Here he comes. It's a cheater. That's right.
Some way.
Before we go any further,
give it to me because I was going to switch gears, but I was doing some research.
We forgot Lox's top 5 moments when we had our moments. And to keep it a lot show, I want to hear top. Palk, if you got your top 5, throw it in.
I can do it. I've had it.
You can do it. You've got yours ready. Top 5.
I thought about it. I actually switched one out today after I heard something. So,
was it laminated? You can't do it once it's laminated.
It's not laminated.
It's not laminated.
No, we're good.
That's a friend.
I would go. So my top 5. I'm going to go number 5, obviously. Was seeing Dave Matthews Band in just outside Greenville, South Carolina. It was just him and Tim Reynolds. Beef was there. It was like 5,000 seats, wasn't it?
Spartanburg Memorial Auditorium, yes.
About 5,000 seats.
1997.
Him and Tim Reynolds. And we got there, and I never actually sat in my seat. You guys were up in the upper deck. I went with another friend of ours, and we sat in the second row for the first 40 minutes of the concert, right in the center stage until we got kicked out. And it was incredible to see him right there.
How high were you?
I was not high at all. No. I was fairly drunk. But then after we got kicked out, we just went and stood on the side and saw the whole thing real close. It was really cool. It was really close and close up, and it was a long concert too. It was fun. So, but it was a riot, really close there. But next one would probably go ahead. Oh
no, it's like 4.
All right, 4. Seeing a basketball game at Cameron Indoor was really cool too. Beef was there too. One of our friends actually snuck into the game, even though I think he had a ticket, didn't he? Or was it two?
Two of our friends snuck into that game.
Didn't we have tickets though? But they snuck in just to
two
sneak
of us
in?
had tickets.
I don't remember. Either way,
I don't know.
But it was Duke versus Clemson. We were up there. Did we go for the game or?
Yeah, that's why we went.
Yeah, we went, and we were 4 of probably 20 Clemson fans in the entire place. I would say we sat right behind the bench. It was cool, and we were down. How much at half?
About 174.
It was a lot, and they battled all the way back, and we had a shot to win the game.
And Kerry Turbe.
Yep, it rattled out baseline shot jumper to win the game, and lost by 1 point. And it was cool. Everybody, like, that place is so small. It's like a high school gym, but it's rocking, it's passionate, and the fans there were awesome. They were so cool to us. Remember?
Yeah,
he was there. Remember?
Yeah,
I was shocked.
Except
the
Mrs.
blue team.
Except Mrs. Shashevsky, who
She
almost
was right
hit
there
us.
by us, wasn't she?
She almost hit us.
Yes,
she parks
with her
right next
car.
to the place, and we're walking, and she hops a curb and literally like.
It was close. It was close. I do remember that.
And I was cursing because why
Yep.
not? And then the security guard was like, "Hey,
Yep.
that's Mrs. K." And I'm like, she almost Mrs. Killed me.
I don't think he.
I didn't say any of that. I made most of that up except she almost hit us.
She actually did almost clip us, though. I remember
in
that.
a
We
Lincoln
walked
Town
in.
car? Was it a Lincoln Town
It
car?
was
The
a
classic.
big, like a suburban
boat.
thing.
Oh, I thought it was a classic old lady car. Anyway, go on.
She wasn't old then.
Oh,
Three
Great.
is near and dear to all of our hearts. Palk, you weren't there, but you definitely remember the crushing loss when Clemson beat Notre Dame at Clemson in the rain, and not so much the game. JJ was there
we
too.
went for 2 way too many times.
I'm not even saying the
Torrey
game.
Hunter Jr. still looking for his fucking hands.
I'm not even saying
Yeah.
the game. I'm just saying the whole entire experience of the entire day. Like, I was debating on because this rain was coming from like Wednesday on. It was supposed to be like the worst rain ever. Should I go? Should I not? I went. Stayed at Beef's the night before. Don't really remember a whole lot of it. The next day went to fell down a parking lot. Drank beers in the back of Jeff's Jeep. Went to the game. Poured rain. Just the whole experience of the thing was crazy. And seeing College Game Day with Jim Cantori with like the river rising behind him, I'll never forget that. Like, it started as like a creek, and then it was a raging river 3 hours later at the end of game day. It was pretty neat, and God, did it pour. And
Was that the concert night in the parking lot the night before?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that was good.
Yeah. There's some singing. There's some jams playing. But
You
yeah,
guys
it
are
was-
like, what's the song? I want to get out and eat. Fucking hungry. sorry, boys. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, just the entire experience I just thought was awesome. Just so filthy and dirty, and to snuggle up next to Casey at night, that night after a long exhausting day in bed was fantastic too.
So Lux,
and his little dog.
You knew it was gonna rain. You knew it was gonna rain on that.
I knew.
one?
Yeah,
It was a
we all
hurricane.
knew
It was a hurricane.
It was a hurricane. That's right. Like on the
I
way
don't
home.
think-
On the way home,
ESPN
pal.
will always show the rain pouring down on like highlights of college football.
Just on Notre Dame.
It was
What?
raining.
It never
so-
rained on
It
Clemson.
was raining so hard, my satellite radio wouldn't work in my Yukon. It was
Okay, because I don't think Brian Kelly gets the Weather Channel
probably.
because he threw an inordinate amount of passes in a game.
It was great.
Everyone knew it was gonna be a
He
hurricane.
was trying to outthink himself. You know,
He's like, haha, they'll never think I'm gonna.
They'll never
throw
think of this.
Yeah,
Weather.
And then
he still has the meme too of him walking into the stadium and had that look on his face.
I think it was a little bit of yeah. Anyway, number 2.
Number 2, this one was super cool, and I can't remember what year it was, but I know it's Kenny Lofton. It was
Number 1.
game. No, he had 5 steals in one game, and you want to talk about electric?
Hold on, what?
for your
steals.
Guardians?
He for the Indians. He stole 5 bases in one game.
Oh, I was like 5 steals. Wrong sport. Basketball.
He had 3, and that was a lot, but he got on base the 4th time, and like the whole stadium, you could just feel it standing. Everybody knew he was going. The pitcher knew he was going to catch it, couldn't get him, and then he got on the last time, and I think the 8th inning, and stole from second to third for the fifth steal to tie the record. and it was electric. I mean, the whole place was going apeshit. It was really cool. And he actually, I looked it up. He did it 2 times in his career at Cleveland, so it's pretty
Kenny
impressive.
Lofton was a bad bitch.
He was bad. He was a bad man. So
Who were they playing?
Detroit. Yeah,
They're not the Guardians of Stealing, clearly.
Yeah, clearly not. But
Yeah, he did it again against Baltimore.
The Guardians of Traffic, though. Look out, Jackson. They're about to.
That's right.
Yeah.
Take the last one, national championship. Deshaun Watson to Hunter Renfrow. I was crying, bawling like a little baby. It was crazy, just because we never thought there was a chance. And then as we were walking the stadium, we're like, why not us? And then it started to form a little bit, and we're like, oh, there's no chance. And then I don't know how we ended up with the ball at the last minute. Mike Williams with the catch, the tight end, I can't remember his name, him with the catches over the middle.
Leggett.
Yeah, Jordan Leggett, and just Deshaun Watson taking it home. And I know Deshaun Watson became what he became, but he's still my guy. He always will be. But
I cried at that game too.
I got a dog named Watson because of Deshaun Watson. So that's my number one.
They stopped selling beer at the fourth quarter. I started bawling.
Mary said number 2, not number 202. The Indians were 48 and 75. I'm not a math guy, but I don't think that equals.
It does not equal 162.
No.
Palk, you got 5?
You got a 5 list?
I can do it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and by the way, stipulation is marriage and the birth of your kids does not count.
That's, I listen to the show. I'm one of your.
Well, in case the audience doesn't know, the other.
Our loyal list.
Well, that time you had sex with that, hooker that had a disease, that's out. That's
my litter of kids, the woman that will make me happy till I die, doesn't count. Heard.
She killing you tonight?
She's not listening.
She killing you tonight?
I told her to go on Facebook. I don't think she. No, I don't know.
He's always dying soon.
All right, number 5.
Well, I'm going to make a quick honorable mention because the game ended 30-3. But going to the 2018 Cotton Bowl against Clemson was a really cool thing that actually attributed to mine and Beef's relationship. Honestly, Clemson fans were fantastic. I never experienced that as I've been to as many Notre Dame games as I have. Never experienced a fan base like that from the opposing side. And
jerks.
Exactly, 100%. Bunch of assholes. But no, it was really cool. And I have to throw that in there because I feel like that's a contributing factor to why me and Beef and
why
I'm
you're
sitting
here
here today.
tonight.
Yes.
Exactly. Full
Because
circle.
if we lost, we would not be friends.
100%. 100%. Okay, number 5. I because of what my life is and what it centers around, and Beef, you will know this. Number 5 is the 1989 Kickoff Classic in the Meadowlands, Notre Dame versus Virginia. It's my first Notre Dame game as a human being. I was 5 years old, and I don't remember.
I was not 5.
You were not, but what were you there?
12.
Beef was fucking in the stadium, and I don't know how we didn't link up at that point. It really
right?
mind-boggling.
Pulling and rocking you away. Yeah.
But I just I do remember
humbling a nipple.
He was probably drinking a car bomb out of his bottle or something,
Definitely. My dad probably had his classic fucking duffel bag that he always brought to every game because it had who knows what in it. But anyway, going there with my dad, seeing the rocket, I remember things about that night, but that was kind of the springboard to what my life really became, which is a Notre Dame fanatic. But that's got to be 5. 4 would be probably my first Green Day concert because grew up. I'm a huge Green Day fan. I'm a Green Day nut. I've seen them 7 times live now.
Wow.
But the first one I went to was Green Day wasn't even the headliner. That's the fucking crazy part. It was Blink-182 that was the headliner. And in retro, it was called the Punk Disaster Tour. And Green Day opened for Blink. And that was, I mean, in retrospect, one of the biggest shows you could probably go to. Putting all that together. That was super intense, except the drinking stories don't exist because I was in high school at the time. This was 2000. I was still underage. I mean, we snuck some things in.
Did you get stoned?
I'm not a smoker.
Oh, fucking shit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, JJ just asking all the weed questions.
Am I the only?
I'm sorry.
Was I the only like garbage dumpster in the whole group?
Yeah.
Potentially. Because it was never my thing. But yeah, we had some drinks, whatever. But it was just cool. In the moment, you're like, oh, this is awesome. But then fast forward to 2022, looking back, you're like, holy shit. I saw Green Day and Blink-182 in the same show, and it wasn't some festival. It wasn't. Yeah. It was a planned tour where they're both playing hour-plus sets. That was freaking fantastic.
Time, yeah.
Ridiculous. 3. See, now it gets tricky. It does, because there's a lot of things I've been to, I've seen.
Okay, we'll allow your marriage and the birth of your children.
No. No. I can eliminate those.
Top 10 here.
Yeah, no, right? But I enjoy music a lot, so I've been to concerts, and my top 2 are going to be concerts. But I want to throw in sports, and that's where I'm trying to think. There's a lot of different sporting events I've been to, but I'm going to go with, because it was a big deal, because I was my best friend from New Jersey at the time, who I've actually lost touch with for whatever reason. Oh, God damn it. What year was it? Tino hit 44 for the Yankees. I was in the stadium for his 44th, which was a big deal at the time because that was the most home runs by a Yankee since Roger Maris.
Really?
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. It was like 97.
Yeah.
I think.
Could be. Yeah.
Somewhere in that neighborhood.
When did Tino not have a good season with the Yankees? He was tremendous.
God.
He really
if I
did.
had known that, I would have built a shrine to him.
Yeah.
He became like a neighborhood stalker. Yeah, I wouldn't know that.
Wait, someone's already got that covered.
Someone with a widespread restraining order.
I'm talking about a guy that Beef has in his backyard.
Yeah.
That's
I know. Sweet. We drank together.
I know. But yeah, Tino at 44. I think it was 97 it was end of the season, towards the end of the season against the Royals. And the coolest part was the seats me and my best friend got it. We went with his parents, and it was down the right field line. We were in the second deck, and it was one of those like, dude, the ball's coming at us. And they're like, it's going near us.
Yeah.
You get that
like,
feeling.
we're going to catch it. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
It's like 100 feet down.
Yeah.
But, and little Yankee honorable mention. I was in the stadium for the first Yankees-Mets interleague game, which was freaking cool. As a, 12, 13-year-old, whatever the hell it was. The fights in the stands were pretty cool.
2.
So 2. Gotta be the concert I just went to, just because of, again, music, what I grew up with. It's called the Hella Mega Tour, where Weezer opened up for Fall Out Boy, who opened up for Green Day. Good as show. A kid of that generation, that music is this music that speaks to me. That was fucking incredible. Like I'd go to that show all over again. And number 1 would be July 8th, 2017, the Real Big Fish, where I proposed to my now wife.
You romantic bastard.
Yeah, well, that was a fucking disaster.
Sell out.
The
record company wants to give you lots of money, but everything's gotta be all right.
Yes. Well, they also have a song called "Good Thing," and the chorus is, "We got a good thing going. I don't want to see it end." I wanted to propose after that song, and I tried every possible angle to talk to the band and get that to happen. And I go to the venue. This is real quick. I promise it'll be quick. Locks, I know you're looking at me. It's gonna be quick. I promise.
I'm not looking at you.
I was like, I gotta figure this out. And my brother and me go early, and I see the merch table. Going over to the merch table. I'm like, hey, I'm trying to do this thing for my girlfriend. I want to propose to her. I need to talk to the band. Can you help me? He's like, dude, I can't do that. Like, if I do that, like
You do it for
I'm not
everybody.
gonna have a job.
Right.
If I just start directing people to the band, he goes, but I'll tell you what, the trombone player is walking right behind you. I was like, oh shit, Billy. So I walk over. This dude's got a chili cheese hot dog and chili cheese fries. And he's just holding them. Like, hey, dude, what's up? Hey, I got it. He's like, what do you need? I'm like, I'm trying to propose to my girlfriend. Are you guys playing Good Thing tonight? He's like, yeah, we're playing it. He goes, what do you need? I was like, just after the song is done, just like give me a minute, 2 minutes, just stop playing music and I'm going to propose. So that happens. They play the song, they stop, I propose, da-da-da. Afterwards, I tell Tina the story. And fun fact, Billy Cottage, the trombone player, is her favorite member of the band. So I'm telling her the story about how it all happened.
Nice.
And she goes,
nice.
Did you get a picture with him? I'm like,
Wait a minute.
no, I didn't actually, because I had other things that I was trying to
He
accomplish.
had a chili cheese dog in his hand.
It wasn't,
Right. Cheese
it wasn't
fries.
a little picture, but that would be the in terms of
something's just never enough. Never,
Yeah.
never enough.
Welcome to
and
marriage.
I almost got kicked out, but
That's the line of the night. Pace, that is the line of the show tonight.
Yeah.
Welcome to marriage.
Yeah. True story.
yeah. But I didn't almost get kicked out, but my buddies almost did because of something I did. A weird thing. This guy started crowd surfing, literally, and I just had this feeling like I'm like the song is coming up, and so I'm getting anxious, and this dude's crowd surfing over us, and I'm just getting.
I'm ready for you to propose.
I'm getting frustrated. So I literally, all 5'6", 150 pounds of me, reaches up and just threw that dude on the ground. I wasn't even fucking around. I was just like, fucking stop.
Before the big moment.
Yeah. So my buddies pushed me out of the way, pick him up, and just move him away. And before he got up and started shit with me, but it was a great moment, great night.
No good proposal ever starts with, it was just really quiet and nice and romantic. No, it usually starts with, I had to body slam this motherfucker before I told my wife that I loved her and wanted to spend the rest of me. And I'll protect her ass like I did with that 4'6", 114-pound dude I just slammed on the ground.
And to make
Speaking of 4'6", go ahead.
And to make sure he didn't come back, one of my buddies took his shoe and threw it to the back because we were like 3 rows deep. Yeah. He had to go
You gotta
find
go
the shoe.
chase that shoe. That's a fun game, though. I'll be honest. I lost a shoe once. I still don't know where it is, but every time I go back to that spot in Clemson, I look.
That'd be weird if you found
How do
it.
you lose a shoe? Speaking of losing shoes, did you guys watch the NFL games this weekend?
Best
There
weekend
was games
ever.
this weekend?
So we had Cincinnati and Tennessee.
I can't believe this. I'm excited.
I was
Talking
never
about
an
NFL
fan.
football, not college.
I was never an NFL fan before this weekend.
We had.
That's why I wore orange. Cincinnati.
Fuck
Go Bungles.
Cincinnati.
Are they playing?
God, I wish they
I hope
were.
so because I wore the shirt.
I didn't. I don't.
He's
I
wearing a
don't
tiger
have-
on his fucking head.
I don't have any NFL gear. Green Bay and San Francisco, that game and the Bills.
Oh, that
and
was
Kansas City.
fantastic. Aaron Rodgers and his fucking.
And that wraps up our NFL coverage for the week. I'm just
Got him.
What game wasn't good though? Seriously.
No, and I,
It
JJ,
ended
you and I
last
listened.
week.
You and I listened to the same show, so
Yeah.
they made a great point on Le Batard this week. It was just like Cincinnati, Tennessee started the weekend, and it was a great game. It was a really good. I mean, it was a really good game, and you're like, oh, that was kind of fun. Then Green Bay, San Francisco came, and the offenses didn't show up, and you're like, wow, that was actually a good game too. A walk-off field goal, right? 13.
You had the snow in Lambeau. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, you had all that.
A lot of-
I know you guys didn't appreciate it, but I did. Debo Samuel's run to kind of seal it,
Are
which
you kidding me?
was a well.
He's a
They're
man.
That was
Clemson
great.
fans.
That
They
doesn't
didn't
matter.
like
It
South
doesn't matter.
Carolina.
He was excellent when he was at Carolina.
Okay.
He was the
All
only bright.
Or how about
Yeah, they
Burrows
had-
getting sacked 9 times and
9
still
times,
winning?
and they had to get.
The most worthless stat in the history of football that Tennessee had 9 sacks and lost.
That's
I think
worthless. Tell that to Joe Burrow, got hit 9, those 9 times.
I get it, but it's they were highlighting the 9 sacks, and I'm going, you lost the game. Like
I hope this weekend he gets hit just once. Just
Me
once.
too.
That fucking hard and gets
And he
knocked out
doesn't
the
come
rest of
back.
the season. That little cocksucker. I hate him so much.
I want to hear. Okay, besides beating Clemson and having the cigar,
That started it.
I mean, but why do you hate this guy?
Why do you have to be so cocky? Why do you have to say, "Look at me"?
Because
so
you're
much?
24, you're a
Because
star
so
quarterback for the
because you're
NFL,
so
you're probably
insecure?
banging
You
everything
want-
in every
you-
town you're in.
You're just looking for publicity. You wanted everybody just to look at you. How about act like you've been there before? Act like you're as happy.
But he hadn't been there before.
He hasn't been nowhere else.
Fucking douchebag. I don't like him a little bit. Not even an ounce.
Cincinnati, did
I
you
hope
see
he
the
gets
stat
injured. I
where
don't say that. I hope he gets injured.
Cincinnati's
Bad.
first playoff game, text messaging wasn't invented yet.
Broken
Icky
team.
Woods was still the running back. Wasn't it
Broken
Icky
team.
Woods with the Icky shuffle? Wasn't he the running back?
Dislocated ankle.
No, if
Both
it's
of
against the
them.
Chiefs, I'm okay. It's
Both
just,
of them.
24-hour twisted ankle, I'm okay with
Put
it.
him on his back. Like someone just go ahead and do a Myles Garrett and take. I see that. Take their helmet off and beat him over the head.
Jesus
I
Christ.
hate him. Hate him. Moving on.
But then the Bucks played, didn't they?
Moving on.
Then Sunday afternoon,
Yeah, for the Joe Burrow fan club.
then the Buccaneers played against the Rams.
Right.
What a text thread going on during that
Well,
game between all of us. It was just like, okay, well, they look like shit. Then
Yeah.
finally there's like one score. Well, here we go. They're gonna win.
Yeah.
And then another score. Here
Oh,
we
go.
go.
Another fumble? Are you
The bloody
shitting
lip
me?
game. And we're gonna call it the bloody lip game. He's coming back. And sure as shit, he did. It's like,
But you left Matt Stafford too much time, and the Buccaneers forgot
Matt
to cover
Stafford. You gave him too much
Cooper
time.
Kupp.
What's wrong with Cooper Kupp? Do they not cover this kid because he's white? I don't
He's
get
too
it.
white.
He's white.
Too white.
It's too white.
It's
Not only,
incredible.
not only did they not cover him, they left about a 15-yard buffer.
Yes.
They left a
he was even-
Walmart in
They
between
did.
them.
They did in the first half too. He was open by 30 yards, and he doesn't drop the ball.
Okay.
I mean, throw it up there.
But let's talk about something serious for right now. Now we're talking about Rams Bucks. Did Tom Brady give his soul to the devil?
Something.
He
I
wins.
heard
He wins more Super Bowls than every team in the NFL.
Yeah.
He
his
dumps an
eyes are in a
actress
different
and
place
bangs a supermodel who makes more money than him. Okay. And he ages backwards.
his eyes are in a different place than where they
Yeah, his-
started.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little different. Look
The
at
devil's involved.
he's
Satan
Benjamin
was
Button.
involved in Tom Brady. I ain't bullshit.
Beggar
one does
Vance,
that.
right? Was it Benjamin Buttons where he ages backwards?
It's backwards. Yeah. He's
Yeah, but he
incredible.
didn't win Benjamin Button didn't win Super Bowls.
Why would he stop playing? Now he should be fueled to come back and win another. I mean,
Where does he play though? Does he go back to Tampa? He's a free
Oh,
agent.
you gotta go to.
They say he loves it down here.
Gronk's already
Well, who
talking about like,
wouldn't?
nah.
Who wouldn't love it in Tampa?
And
JJ?
Gronk's like 10 years younger than Brady.
Yeah, he's had the shit kicked out of him. He had like a bionic arm thing. Did you see that whole black brace? Looked like Barry Bonds out there, like running around trying to catch.
It was
passes
a
with that
knee
thing.
brace he had on his arm.
I believe it. Was it really? Was it seriously?
And, dude, have you not have you not seen
your arm
Gronk?
and it's a leg brace?
He's a wild animal.
Dude, have you seen the
He's a
Instagram
smart cat,
thing with like it's just a collage of Gronk's ridiculous plays through his career where he was just a bulldozer.
Yeah.
Well, you
Hands.
know what he does with his money, right?
He
Gronk?
doesn't.
His
He
mom and
didn't spend
dad.
his salary, right?
It's either the one way or the other. His advertisement money is his living money,
Yeah.
and his NFL money is
He's never spent.
shoved in a bank or IRAs or stocks or whatever the
Yeah.
hell.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
he
seems
gives
He
his
spends
parents away.
half of what he gets.
Yeah, I believe it. Because he is like
But you would think that
he's just
Neanderthal
fun.
wouldn't have the brains to do that.
Nah, he's not that dumb. He just plays.
He had
No,
a-
he
he
just
had an
plays the
apartment.
party.
He had an apartment at Post Rocky Point, I think, when he first came down to Tampa, and that's like a big party, young kids party, little like big apartment complex.
Yeah, but he's got a
Yeah,
girlfriend now. He's got to get a
that
little
makes
serious,
sense.
you know?
But to answer
And-
your question, where Brady's gonna go, I
Who
don't
cares?
I don't know the contract details of the rest of the Buccaneers, but
Oh,
the team
They-
that has been assembled,
They're
I don't know.
they're set up all
They're
right
getting
to keep the nucleus of the team.
Exactly.
They're set up to keep the nucleus. They're going to get rid of the kind of like the minor guys, but they're set up to keep the nucleus. Just like he did with the Patriots all those years, where he restructured his contract and gave 25% to Beelzebub, the Lord of Darkness, and then the rest of it was him and Giselle. So,
all right, go to. How about this? There was another game too.
So before,
was there other? I don't remember any other games. JJ, do you remember any other
stop
games?
breathing permanently.
I just don't want to jinx this.
So before the thanks, Marty, appreciate it. Before the Bills and Kansas City game, I told people, because I watched it at a local watering hole here with a couple of my neighbors, and I said, "There's no way the Bills Kansas City is going to be this good." Talking about the Buccaneers game, I said it. And they're still giving me shit about it. Then I came home, and my wife and I were sitting on the couch. It's probably how she got COVID, and we started watching the game. It started getting, and then it got late. It started getting real good, and she was
Keep talking.
She was not like facing the TV. She was kind of facing me, and I was facing the TV on the couch, just sitting over here. And as soon as I started going, oh shit, I think at the first touchdown, she turned around and started watching, and she was as enthralled. And she's not a football fan.
Let's talk.
She'll watch it, but she's not a football fan. But she's like, "This is the greatest game ever," and I'm like, "It probably is." And then when it ended, she's like, I kind of was disappointed at the end, and I'm like, right? That's like,
why didn't that other team get the ball back, Casey? Is what she probably said.
She did. There was an article written about that too, and she was like, "See, I said this last night."
Yeah.
But, and mind you, the Chiefs lost 3 years ago the same way.
Yeah.
Tom Brady had the ball against the Patriots.
Yep. Yeah. No, I mean it is what it is.
Yeah. I understand.
You hate it. I didn't hate the way it ended.
Yeah.
I didn't want it to end. How about that? That last 2 minutes was unreal. He gave him 13 seconds. Stu Gatz on Levitar was talking about you got a squib kick there.
Yeah, we got 3 more seconds.
Do you though? Like hindsight's always 20/20. I don't know what you do. You give
do you shorten the field for him? That's
the field. 13 seconds. Field goal's all you need to tie. I don't know. I think I wasn't upset about how it ended. I was upset that it ended.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it was awesome.
You can't squib kick it there. Oh, and it was a field goal in regulation.
Right.
Like you can't.
Yeah, and then one passing play would have been the difference.
13 seconds. You think you have
13 seconds. You're just
best defense in the league statistically. Like 13 seconds from the 20-yard line. I think we can cover 45 yards.
There was the most improbable crap that happened in that game. I mean, both
4th
quarterbacks.
and 13.
Both quarterbacks were perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, they were great.
But
Mahomes threw for 170 inside the 2-minute warning.
What was it? 20? Was it 24 points scored in like a minute and a half?
Yeah, they had it on the screen at one point, or somebody had it on
We've all been there, right? No, you catch the 12-yard dig and you catch it, and then you run 70 yards past everybody like it's nothing.
He was given the peace sign at like the 35-yard line.
I think that's nice.
And the DB had the angle, and he still ran by him.
Did you see the stat? I told you all the stat.
29 miles an hour?
29 miles an hour.
He's speeding in the school zone, damn it.
Yeah. I had a note.
With his legs.
I had a note from
his legs.
I had a note
Golf
from
carts don't go that fast.
Nope.
They don't. 27. My fast one goes 27. I had a note in our text thread that said, right, first world. Palk is as fast as Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Hey, I was quick. Right.
Shifty.
I thought you had something more profound.
No, I did run a one unofficial sub 4.5 40-yard dash.
Get the fuck out of here.
Unofficial, like you ran. Wow, I think that was 4.5. You're like, sweet. Good. I'm going to use that.
My legs.
That's another cup situation. White boy runs faster than everyone else. Okay.
My fastest official 40 was 4.51, but I was quick. That's where my claim to fame was quick. When I played D3 football, I was literally almost a half second faster than the entire team. And it's called the Nebraska drill. You sprint 10 yards, backpedal, sprint. I did it in under 8 seconds. Nobody else did it in under 8 seconds, and I was almost a half second faster than everybody else.
When I was in a couple bar fights, I thought I was fast when I got hit in the face a few times.
When Jeff almost got in a bar fight with some WWE fans, I ran a 4.140.
There you go.
Fans, they were actual wrestlers, you jackass. They were 6'10".
And just wearing their Ed Hardys all tight like.
They were matching outfits, for God's sakes.
I wish I had this picture. I could show you. I have a picture with me next to the great Khali. That is hilarious.
Oh yeah, I bet you look like an
infant. To see that,
dude.
My claim to fame is I've only had like a half of a cavity. I've never had a full cavity in my full teeth my whole entire life.
I don't have
44 years old. Pretty sick.
At a boy.
You guys know that story though, right?
Strong teeth.
We were at Coyote Ugly, and these two great big 6'10" bald guys walked by us.
The minor league training facility for the WWE
there, right?
was
in Tampa. That's my fault.
Both wearing Ed Hardy t-shirts and acid wash jeans.
Oh,
I said, "Hey Casey, look at this bookends." This.
I think he said, "Look at these assholes." As they're walking
I did not
by
say asshole. I said bookends.
And I'm like,
bye-bye.
99.8% of fights that Jeff would start, I would be there. This one, I was. He probably turned around after he said "ends," and I was about 150 yards down the street.
Well,
I was like, "This is not going to end well."
Let me emphasize what happened.
I think I tried to grab him, but I was already out the door.
You did.
I know. I was already down. Like, yeah.
I already had. It was St. Patrick's Day weekend. We were celebrating pretty hard. I turned around and said, "Casey, I think we got him." And there was a cloud of dust. There was like. What?
Did he pick you up by your ears or what happened?
No, they definitely came back. Jeff held his own.
Yeah.
And then went back and apologized to them. And
I said I felt bad for I didn't mean to pick on retarded people. Our people.
And then they bought us beers.
Yeah.
That's
amazing how I made it back for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True story.
I said, no, I felt bad about picking on him. Let me go talk.
Speaking of picking on them, let's do some picks this weekend. You want some picks this game?
Someone's got to give me the spreads.
I got them.
Okay.
The first game is Cincinnati at Kansas City. As I said, Kansas City's 7-point favorites. It's the 3:00 game this weekend. Let's go around the horn to JJ. Well, you'll go last because that's your squad. Palk, you go first.
It's a 7-point spread.
It has been since the get-go. It might have gone up to 7.5, but it's been 7. I already know where Jeff's going on this one. It's so predictable.
Jesus Christ, they got a guy who had 300 and something yards against him 5 weeks ago.
Do it, pal. Do it.
Cincinnati. Every time. At 7, a touchdown.
Yeah.
At 7, it's Cincinnati every time.
Okay.
I mean, I lost because of Joe Burrow. I did not win my fantasy football championship. 525 yards and 5 fucking touchdowns.
That was against the Chiefs.
Anyway, it was. Cincinnati. Locks.
No way.
Back to you.
Fucking A. No way. Piss on Joe Burrow. Chiefs put him on his back, 5 times last time he played?
Obviously 5 times not enough.
They are a championship destiny team after that last week's game. There's no way. I think they win by 2 touchdowns.
I'm checking to see if you got COVID. I'm touching your forehead, see if you got temperature.
The king stands alone. Haven't got it yet.
All right.
I'll go. I'm going with Cincinnati.
You're in that shitty ass t-shirt. Yeah.
Fucking burn that thing.
That was on purpose, right?
It looks worn out.
Of course it was.
You've been. I don't know what you
says. Higgins on the back. It says Higgins.
Oh,
I thought it said whore.
Oh boy.
Same thing. I'm going Cincy just because they're the team of destiny this year. Their quarterback can't throw. He throws like Ben Roethlisberger, but their wide receivers are the best in the league. So I think, and their defense is pretty decent. I think it's going to be like 54-51 Kansas City, but Cincinnati covers.
I'm with Beef. It's 7 points is too much to give that Bengals offense. That doesn't make sense to me. But of course, it's only Vegas, who only just has 6,000 room casinos.
They don't build small casinos. The late game, for some reason, which is weird, for the third time this year, San Francisco at the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
Rams are 3.5-point favorites, yet I believe San Francisco's beaten them twice this year, once in blowout fashion.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the injury COVID situation was, but this is at the Rams. Tough to beat a team 3 times in a row.
How about real quick, 54.5 is the over-under in the last game.
What?
That's pretty low, isn't it?
That's low.
That's
like what, 27?
I think that's
24.
You know what? We all say, "Oh, this is the gift that keeps on giving," until we lose a shit ton of money.
You're damn right.
Over-under here is 46 in this one. Yeah,
that's a little bit more palatable.
Nice, more dialed in, I think. Yeah.
All right, we'll go opposite this time. JJ, you go first. 3.5.
Jimmy G scares the hell out of me. I'll take the Rams.
I think it was I up next? I was up next.
Yeah.
Rams at San Francisco. I think the Rams are covering that too, so I'm going Rams there too.
Jimmy G didn't have a great game against the damn.
It's going to be my fourth NFL game I watched this year.
Big fan.
Boy, don't you feel disappointed you didn't watch more?
I think the Rams are the team of destiny. They got they put the team together. They've put the team together. They got all the free agents in. They've got Beckham on there. They got the fucking old guy from Denver. Von Miller, him too. He's still playing well. Yeah, I think they'll cover this.
Aaron Donald,
he's decent. Yeah. I'm big Matt Stafford fan. I'm glad he got out of Detroit and he's gonna win a Super Bowl. Sure.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Palk.
Rams. Basically exactly what Locke said.
What did Locke say? I fell asleep.
It was
nothing but brilliance.
It happens. No, the Beckham edition is huge. I know he didn't play for one of them. I don't know if he didn't play for both the first 2 matchups, but that's a big deal. And I feel for Stafford, man. He's always been a good quarterback. Just Detroit is as good as Cleveland as a death sentence. Sorry, Locks.
The last time Locks' pick was Rams Chiefs. Last time those teams got together, 100 points total. Yeah, that was like 2 years ago. Yeah. So that was nuts. That was Jared Goff.
Yeah, little upgrade this year with Stafford, I think.
Before we end this thing, I don't know if you had anything else on your agenda, Beef.
I do. I have 3 other things, but I don't need to do them.
Well, I have beef with I need to bring up, and it's the Hall of Fame. I don't know if you're going to get there. If you
before you do that might be next week with the baseball preview. To recap the picks, Palk, we're going to have either a 3-way tie or Locks wins.
I mean, it's obvious what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, whatever.
You had to catch up to me somehow.
God.
Go ahead, Palk. What do you got? We can do that and then close this.
Yeah, let's hear it.
How on God's green earth did David Ortiz get in the Hall of Fame
first time
on the first ballot? And Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens are sitting at Billy Wagner. I'll throw him in there. Right. And Todd Helton.
Jeff Kent.
All of them. How did David Ortiz get on the first
Kenny
ballot?
Lofton.
Who votes for these
Marquis Grissom.
Oh, that's
Carl
right. David
Crawford.
Ortiz. Hold on. David Ortiz works for the MLB Network. That's right.
I bet A-Rod gets in next year too.
We need to
The
have
hell
Rod
he will. No.
It wouldn't shock me because
I wouldn't be surprised if he gets in. Maybe not next year, but that's exactly why David Ortiz gets in. Always real nice in the media. Big Poppy.
I am not a Red Sox fan, but you got to look at those years. Red Sox playoff World Series. It's a highlight reel.
Mm-hmm. He's good.
It is. It's true. I am not a Yankee fan. I'm not a Red Sox fan. Matter of fact, if you go to Rays games, the Rays hate the Red Sox more than the Yankees.
I believe you. I get it. But the fact of the matter is, he has a couple moments. That's like and I'm a Giants fan. That's like Eli Manning. It's like Eli Manning's a Hall of Famer. Why? Because a couple moments.
This is like the argument the other day when you named San Francisco 49ers players like, oh yeah, I think about defense. Yeah, bullshit. You know,
It's all
you're full of shit.
I was messing with you saying.
I know you were. You're being an asshole like you are now. Like fucking Ortiz doesn't deserve the Hall of Fame
because the Red Sox
I don't
were
like
good.
Son of a bitch, but
he
he
had a couple moments.
What he got.
The dude's got like maybe 3 Hall of Fame seasons of his 20. Barry Bonds was the Hall of Famer before he ever.
Koufax has fucking 5.
On that note, we'll end this mess. Thanks so much for joining us this week on the Chop and Beef Show. On behalf of JJ and Tim,
damn, ignorance is bliss. I swear to God.
Alex Parker, I am KCB Cricket. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.
755 home runs or whatever the hell the number was.
No, I want Buzz in. I want Buzz in.
Say goodnight, boys.
Go fuck yourself.